Howdy, this is Stan Deeve. I wanted to talk about having a hobby when you have depression. Um, Something that took me a long time to learn was you don't have to be perfect. You know, I've spent years whittling, for example, and it's very rare that I'll actually make something complete or whole, afterwards. Usually I just end up making a pile of shavings on the floor. It took me a long time to be okay with that. I consider it the doodling of whittling. Um, and I guess the reasoning behind that is sometimes you feel like if you can't create or perfectly articulate what you're feeling or doing, there's that little voice in your head that will tell you, oh, forget it. What's the point? Put it down. It's not going to do anything for anyone. You're just wasting time. I've had plenty of those conversations in my head, and it was pretty groundbreaking when I could finally start convincing myself to go ahead and make nothing. Okay, you whittle a stick or you draw, whether you're writing, whatever your passion is. It doesn't have to be top of the charts, billboards, and all that kind of jazz. It's a personal articulation of what you're feeling, what you're going through, or anything like that. So it's important to not be too critical. You know, you'll have that idea in your head that will say all these negative things, and just remember that creativity doesn't mean museums, it doesn't always mean record labels or anything. It means I'm expressing myself as it is. It doesn't have to be anything profound. It could be as simple as doodling circles on a notebook or writing poems that don't rhyme or make sense only to you. And that's okay. That's awesome. Do it. Do it. Just do it. Don't pick something up and expect it to all work out right away. There's plenty of times, if I'm drawing, it's not looking how I want it. I'll set it aside and I'll start something else. Or if I'm whittling, I'll just toss the stick, pick up the next one. And using that as the example here, sometimes I'll just shave a stick down to nothing. Like I said, I'll just make a pile of shavings. And it's art for art's sake. It isn't art to create masterwork. It's I'm doing this because it's therapeutic for me. And so when you're out on your endeavors and um, writing, drawing, creating, whatever it is that you feel that is an expression, do it. It doesn't matter what the outcome is, just do it. Get it out there. Um, I know it's just words, but you have to try to ignore that little voice in your head that says, well, blah, 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 or it isn't, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be. You could ask questions on anything and everything and not have an answer or reason to do it. But that's what kind of makes it art. It's there without precedence. It's an expression without needing whatever it is you're creating. That stuff's already there. It's already in you. It's already out in the world. It's your goal is, how do I see it? How do I interpret it? Plenty of people have drawn a face before or whatever, but how do you draw a face? That's important. How do you write? How do you make the words match? How do you put the blade to the wood? That's what's important. Um, Try anything. If it piques your interest, try it and do it. You're not going to be perfect at it for a long time, if ever, and that's okay. I mean, perfection in art is kind of counterproductive, almost counterintuitive, because if it's perfect, then it's just a static. This is how it's done, and there's no exception. It's about finding the horizons that you may have not seen until you took that journey. So just please keep trying, keep doing it, and just don't expect the world to come from it. It's already you, it's already your world, and it's simply an extension of yourself.